I was shipping packages today, and I was thinking about the cost of what I was shipping that had sold. It sold at a pretty good price. I was thinking about the garage sales that I actually bought three or four of those items on the same day in the same set of garage sales. I was thinking about the cost that I paid and how at one sale, I think I paid $5 for something, about $100 item, $2, $3 for something else. And then at another sale, I had a whole handful of stuff and nothing was marked. And two of those little tiny, they were paper things and a couple of other things that I had just bundled in my arms. I told the garage sale lady, I'm going to bring these over in a minute and I don't see any prices. I want to need you to add them all up for me and give me a deal because every penny counts these days. I always say that. And so she said, oh, I will. So I looked and I didn't find anything else. And I finally went up there and she had a big sack ready. And she said, okay, I want to put all this stuff in a sack. She said, I'll put the paper stuff in a box that I have here so they stay flat, which I appreciated. I said, thanks. I had about 9 items. I had a couple of photographs. One was, I don't know, a couple of rock star photographs, press releases, and they had signed it. And an old newspaper, an old Barnum and Bailey Brothers program from, I think, the 60s, and just stuff like that. Just add them up for me first, please. And she said, oh, I've already done that. And I said, okay. And she kept putting them in the box, put them in the sack. I'm thinking, I may not want all this. What if you charge me $50 for this stuff? I just been to a garage sale where I actually paid $5 for an item and probably paid a total of $13, $14 at that sale. And I'm here 9, 10 items, and I still don't know what it's going to cost, which isn't like me to let it go much further. And then she got it all stacked up and got the stuff in the box and said, that'll be $1.25. I said, $1.25? She said, yes. And I said, okay, well, that sounds like a good deal. She said, I want to make you a good deal. I said, I really appreciate that. So I pulled out $1.25 and handed it to her. And then on the way out, I found something else, a little thing, and said, how much is this? She said, oh, just take it. I took another quarter to her. I couldn't just take another thing. So I ended up with one more item. So the whole thing was $1.50. So each item, if I had 10 items, maybe the one was the 11th item. I mean, we're looking at 14 cents an item, something like that. 14 cents, which is zero, right? I mean, 14 cents is zero. Let's face it, there's nothing there. And at that other place, I had 3, 4, or 5 items, and I probably paid $13, $14 for it. So what did I pay for everything? What was my cost of goods sold? It was not $5 and $3 and $2 and then 14 cents, 14 cents, 14 cents, 14. It wasn't that. It was $13 plus $1.50. That's $14.50 divided by the number of items I had. That's what my cost of goods were. I could keep track, and a lot of you fight me on this. I could keep track of individual items. I used to in a spreadsheet, and boy, did it take time to mess with that spreadsheet. A lot of you diligently, religiously put your price paid because you want to know that profit on everything. You want to know how much you made on that mug 3 years ago in case you ever see it again. Problem is, if you ever see it again, prices have changed and you're not going to pay the same thing. Whatever you paid then is meaningless. It doesn't matter. What matters is what are you paying today and what it's going to sell for today. You're keeping track of this stuff is wasting your time. It's just another reason you're probably not getting to listing as many items as you want to every day. Just saying. And that's where you make money. This is an excuse that we all use. I used to. We do it blindly. We do it ignorantly. But I'm giving you no excuse now. There's no more ignorance here. You know the truth. You don't need to track cost of goods per item. No one cares. I am not a tech expert. I'm not an IRS expert. You're going to have to ask someone who knows, but my accountant knows, and the IRS doesn't care how much you paid for that cup 3 years. They don't care. They want to know your cost of goods sold. That's all they want. And I've just found it such a powerful tool to know my average cost of goods sold, not cost of good per individual item. What's my average cost? That day at the garage sales, the only 2 sales, my average cost of goods was for that day. Now, this isn't an accounting number, but it was 10, 11, say 15 items divided by 13, $14.50, something like that. So whatever that division is, that's how much my average cost of goods sold. But overall, you need the average cost of goods sold in your business. All my accountant wants to follow. She just wants to know how much money went out last month to inventory and how much money came in from sales. That's all she wants to know. And she gives me a number every month, average cost of goods, average price per sale. That's all I care about because I want my average cost of goods sold over time to go down. Now, obviously, in today's world, it's probably not going to go down generally, but keep finding good deals, though the average cost to go down. Once in a while, it'll bring it back down. But I want every average sale price per item to go up over time. I want my average income per item to rise over time and my average cost of goods sold to rise as little as possible over time, right? More slowly. I want to beat inflation over time by being a wiser purchaser, like finding a garage sale where the lady's going to give me everything for $1.25. So you are buying things throughout the year for your business. Some things you might pay $25 for for a clock that you can resell for $213. I keep telling you, if I don't want to pay $5 for something, I obviously will. I mean, I'm not stupid, but it's not my preference to pay very much for it. You might pay $25 for a clock that you can sell for $213. But that's one purchase last year of all of your hundreds, thousands of things that you bought. It's meaningless. You might have bragging rights, I guess. That's really all we want. We want some bragging rights. This is how much we made off that deal. You're in business. It's just a transaction. You need so many transactions that you forget about bragging rights. That you need bragging rights at the end of the year saying, this is how much we kept this year. This is how much money went into our pockets. That's the only bragging right that matters. Plus, bragging rights of how many you were able to list today because you don't do busy working. I'm always fighting you on this. Stop tracking individual prices. It's slowing you down and it's an excuse. I've decided it's an excuse where you don't have to list as much because you're busy doing book work, but it's unnecessary and a waste of time book work.